Hello, hello, and welcome. This is the beginning of the final round of the Mean 16 tournament. Today, with me, I have Higher from the Nexus. Higher, how you doing?
Hi, I'm doing great, man. So happy to be here today. I'm excited to see these round, man. This is gonna be a good pod.
Absolutely, absolutely. We have River, we have Hisp, we have Tsunami, and we have Playum. River is on a Crom Timna list. Hisp is on a Sakashima Kodama list. Tsunami is on Kinnan. And Playum is on Brewstar Thrasios. So, fingers crossed that it'll be a couple of good short matches in a row, like 5 real good short matches, right?
Right?
that's a
Yeah.
little that's a little streamer joke.
5 good short matches in a row, that'd be great. Oh, that'd be so
Oh yeah, it's so good, so good. So yeah,
um
at any rate, yeah, I'd like to see like this tournament has not disappointed whatsoever in the density and complexity of plays, interactions, what have you. I'm hopeful, at a minimum, I am hopeful. All jokes aside, that this is representative. The fourth and final round is representative of those things that we have witnessed there, up to this point.
mhm, yeah. And this today I think the game plan is speed, man. Like this is a fast pod. I Playham's gonna have a hard time with controlling everybody. Like he's on the most mid range
Mm-hmm.
out of the 4 decks, and oh, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be tough. He has his work cut out for him. It's unfortunate.
I'm actually
Let's
excited.
see.
Like, I've seen the Kinnan deck play. I've seen. I think last weekend there was a pod of 3 Croms. That was a surprisingly grindy day. Uh, for me anyway. So I'm really curious to see this Sakashima deck.
So, oh,
Kodama.
the Kodama Sakashima, yeah, yeah, super fast deck. Um, it what's hard about this is that there has to be somebody to bounce Kodama. Like someone has to have a bounce spell or a way to kill Kodama while Sakashima's on the stack.
Mm,
Um, that's the deck's only vulnerability, really. Because if you have, yeah, I mean, granted, there are a myriad of ways to deal with draw power and things, but if you simply kill Kodama with Sakashima on the stack, then that deck is done. Like hard times for that deck going
so
forward.
it's the classic.
Um,
It's the classic Royal Gorge Dragon conundrum.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. And so when you have Kodama Sakushima, just worry about the Kodama. Like if Kodama stays on the battlefield, that deck wins. That's basically all you do. In comparison to Evolution, which Playham is playing,
Mm-hmm.
where there is no specific like weakness to the deck that just play this card and you win. No, it's like because it's a mid-range deck and it can win fast, but it really just kind of grinds its way to a win.
Mm-hmm.
You really don't have to worry too much with Timna Crom. It's just Timna Crom.
All right.
What can you
Looks
do,
like we're
right?
satisfying mulligans and what have you. I'm going to go ahead
Cool.
and switch the screens over. Now we are live on the cockatrice view. So
Awesome.
we can actually watch them settle up their final mulls, and then they'll be playing their first turn. I don't know who's first.
Is it Kinnan?
I think it might be Kinnan. Hence the mulling down to 5.
Oof, rough, rough. We'll find out.
So
Um,
Bad Dog went down to 3. Uh, the last, not last weekend, but the last. Okay, so it's Play'em that's on the play. So
okay.
Ancient Tomb, but yeah, Bad Dog went down to 3, and I believe he won that game. So anything, any given Sunday, right?
Okay. Mox Diamond. What do you think this is a turn one wheel? Don't do it. Don't do the wheel. Risk it. Be risky.
It's the wheel.
Uh like it's good. It's
Uh-huh.
good to wheel turn one, but it's
Yep.
also right here. This is kind of a bad position because it because someone mulled to five. So Kinnan mulled to five.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. So it just gives them that 2 extra cards, right?
Yeah, but I guess it's worth it. It's worth it because
Well, in the
putting ten to
averages,
Crom.
yeah, because in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
averages, you're getting rid of everything that people kept, and the reason why they kept it.
Yep. So it resolves. Everyone gets a fresh 7.
So I'm gonna click on. So River had Chrome Mox, Mox Diamond, Cabal Ritual, Tainted Pack, Badlands, Blood Crypt, Spire of Industry. Hisp had Draga Tree Speaker, Exploration, Mana Drain, Rejuvenating Springs, Teleria West, Windswept Heath, and Tezzeret the Seeker. And
Okay.
Tsunami, Dramatic Reversal, Fierce Guardianship, Muddle the Mixture, Rejuvenating Springs, and Ponder. So probably about
He
the
just
most
kept.
average. Yeah, the most average
Yeah.
5 you can. So that was interesting.
Yeah. That's one of those things where he kept it because it simply had something.
Yeah.
And that was unfortunate, but now he's probably feeling good, feeling great because there was no artifacts in that hand.
Mm-hmm.
And this deck runs a ton of artifacts, and probably has ramp now. So I wouldn't be surprised seeing like a turn one like land dork or turn one land rock out of him now.
So, but I
Um,
mean, still, it's still a good play because you went
mhm.
from 3 opponents, one having a known iffy, well, a perceived
And
iffy hand.
safe for that.
Yeah, to you've basically flip flopped it. You basically gave that player with the iffy hand a better hand and
Mhm,
made it more iffy for the other two. So I mean,
mhm.
get in where you fit in.
Yeah, I mean this is that, and it's good. I think this is a fair play. There's no I don't think this is bad in any way, shape, or form.
And you did say
Um,
something earlier, like on the onset, about it is Playab's prerogative to control as best as possible. So,
exactly. Yeah. In this pot, he's the slowest deck. He has to do whatever he can to slow down everybody else. And that wheel was really strong though. That wheel like really hit River. There's
River,
a lot of really good stuff.
yeah, I'm gonna bring that up real briefly. That's, I mean, it's all gas, right?
Like, look at that. Yeah.
It's all gas.
Because
So,
like this strictly makes his ad-nos weaker, right? Like two of his free rocks are gone.
yep,
His Cabal Ritual is gone. So like now he has to look for Crypt, uh, like, oh no, you know what I mean? It's like,
yeah.
oh, LED, like, oh no, this got really bad. Um, okay, so he fetches. Yeah, Tundra. Saracen. Yeah, there it is.
So first turn ascendant. We have had previous games where a first turn ascendant has been rocking people. So
Mhm. Yeah, and I think Ascendant's just going to be hitting Play him in the face.
mhm.
Yeah. When you are the only black player, oh no. Ascendant is the best. Like, you're like, thank you. I'm not gonna be. You can hit me with your 2 and 1. I'm just gonna gain all the life back. Thanks. Oh man,
Oh,
Jeweled Lotus or room. Oof. Jeweled Lotus is strong.
so what is a Kadama CMC?
6. He still has a way to go. He has to get so if and because he played War Room, I doubt he has another land.
Right.
You don't. Yeah, that's the only reason why you play War Room is because you don't have another land. So Command Tower, Preordain, always looking. Oh man, these wheels were rough for everybody else. Oh, we'll see what Plam gets. Plam didn't get any free rocks, so hopefully he got more lands. But he's already ahead. Like I think the wheel did exactly what it needed to do.
Mhm. Well,
Ascendant. Oh,
uh, is there a slight possibility that he would have Playham would have sandbag rocks just in case somebody got drawn into a tsunami got drawn into a dockside or what have you?
nah, I don't think he
No.
would sandbag rocks here. Nah. Because like even if okay, let's say he did sandbag rocks. Like the only that doesn't enlighten tutor, yeah. That doesn't serve anything because in this there's only one player that
Yep.
has access to red, right?
Yep.
And so like why is no,
Okay.
so it would at best it'd be two. Like that's fine. That's okay. You can get your you can get your ritual for two. That's okay.
I
Um
didn't take note that it was two blue green decks on the right side of the screen.
yeah.
That was my mistake. I'm just so used to
uh
seeing red at the table in higher density. Okay.
Jeez, and you got fish. Oh man, this has to be dealt with. Someone has to counter this if they can. I don't this is like detrimental. This is so it resolved. Okay.
So
Because playing
wheel into fish. Fish is going to almost guarantee that people who are trying to take advantage of the new cards in their hand, not take advantage, but like get more advantage from the cards in their hand they didn't keep, are going to have to play through the fish and actually feed it to better their
Mhm.
station.
Yeah. Yeah, see, and like I said, Saracen is gonna he's gonna be hitting Playham all day. Playham is in a dominating position right now because the fish will like if it was me, I'd keep fish around forever. Like fish is never going away. It'd be like because like if you look at it, he has so his next turn he pays for fish with the one whatever rock he wants to play, and then yeah, and everyone has to play through the fish. Like there's no yeah, so he's just going to be drawing cards this entire time, and then the next turn he just plays with the ancient tomb. The turn after that it's ancient tomb land. Turn after that ancient tomb land rock. But like by then he's drawn like 10 cards. Like there's no way. Like this is so dominating.
They say it's a good card.
Feeding the fish, man. Oh, dude, yeah. And like everyone's on the back foot now. Like the plays are so lackluster from everybody else just because of that wheel seems to be like super 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 good. Um, I wouldn't be surprised if Hisp just passes if he doesn't draw land here.
Oh, the thoughts. You can feel it's palpable. Like
Huh.
thinking the thoughts. Okay, Vista. Nice.
Okay.
Oh,
So now like even Vista isn't even that good here
mhm.
because then he has to choose. Oh man, Vista's rough. Wait, he just gets blue. No, he just gets an island here. He waits. Okay. Cast Kinnon?
Yep.
I don't do that. No way. There's no reason to cast Kinnon here. Crypt? Cool. Still no reason to cast Kinnon. Like, I
Well,
would
what would be the reason that you would? Because
let's see.
Tsunami has 6 cards in hand.
Hmm.
Active Crypt, which is my guess was going to be a talisman or some sort of signet.
Yeah. Oh god. So mistakes. Mistakes.
Mm.
Oh gosh. Yeah, like I guess he's
Because
playing through.
my thought process would be to justify playing Kinnan now. So okay, I think yeah, there's the answer right there. So hopefully it's a setup turn. Basically, what I'm driving at because everybody got wheeled. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Feed the
that's
fish. Feed the fish.
like there's no world Ristic is resolving. Like Like I admire the effort, but like
So maybe the Kinnan was to bait out the counterspell.
but okay, but the person who countered the spell wasn't even the player that it was. Yeah, it was River. River
Hmm.
countered this, and so all I've seen right now is we've seen one, two, three, four cards, five cards given to play him, and uh, no, it wasn't worth it. He at least at the very minimum, the Kinnan player now has access to activate Kinnan, but this deck doesn't really care about activations. Like
Mm.
in my mid range deck, I care a lot about activations, but this deck really just trying to get its combo online as soon as possible. But playing all if he drew a Gilded Drake, GG. No more Kinnan, no more
Yeah.
Kinnan for you. Like, like
Mm.
there's no way you play Kinnan here. And then to think that you're gonna play the Kinnan then I'm gonna cast all my rocks and I'm gonna be good. Like, no, you're giving the fish player at least four cards because it's rock, Ristic, counterspell. Like it's gonna happen. There's no way it's gonna resolve because everyone else is thinking if the Ristic resolves, then there's no way I'm gonna win because then there's two players that have draw engines and we
Oh,
all have very stormy decks.
he let it go.
He's an idiot. What are you doing? Come on, Flam. Yeah, Plam needed to keep the fish around. I get it. He didn't want to pay for it because he probably has a ton of stuff in hand. He's like, I got to dump my hand. No, you don't. You don't got to dump your hand. You literally are going to continue to play the control game.
Mm.
Um, and like he'll play land. He'll probably play a rock, and then he'll play something, or he might play a Ristic. But Ristic, no, you keep the fish. You keep the fish. Fish is so hard to play against. What is this?
Yeah, Chance got to keep them on their toes, huh?
Okay,
Chance in
so
the chat.
gotta keep them on the toes. Yeah, yeah,
So it's interesting because that's the thing. Like this entire endeavor, I recognize that these players are tired. You know, they've been doing this now for a month. A lot of the players are engaged in other tournament activities, so there's the stress of that.
Oh
Uh,
no, for sure, for
yeah, so
sure.
it's like
Yeah, yeah,
trying to.
yeah,
So it's I try not to be so critical, you know.
yeah.
Plus, I mean, the time is good now, but like Play'em is over in Europe, you know, so there's a time difference, you know, so you're definitely more effective at certain parts of the day than you are at others, you know. So I just try not to be like so super. Even
Oh
though
no.
I will agree with you wholeheartedly that that fish should have stuck around. That's a hard
Yeah,
thing. It's a hard
yeah,
thing not to deal with. But also, like, I don't know what those 10 cards are.
yeah. I don't know what. I mean, there's Plam's a great player, so there's definitely a reason why he would let the fish go. I'm assuming that he's probably gonna try to go for a win here, or at least set himself up so he could go for a win. There is Jeweled
Hence the
Lotus.
probe. Yeah. Yeah, hence the
Yeah,
probe. Yeah.
yeah,
So you're
definitely.
talking
And
about
the fact,
in his yard? Or his yard doesn't
um,
matter.
his yard doesn't matter here. So I think that he's gonna be going for like he could have breach in hand. Because if he has breach and he's able and a silence, I believe he can just win. And then one mana really does matter there. But I think we're gonna see him try to go for it.
There's Abolisher. There's your silence.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So I'm going to take Playham's Graveyard and I'm going to set it over here off to the side.
Yeah, let's see. Auriok Salvagers. Oh, he might have LED in hand. So if he plays Breach, cast LED, he can just hard cast Auriok Salvagers, make infinite mana win. Yeah. Polisher on the stack. Yeah, I think that's the play because then he simply can't. Soul Ring, sure.
Soul Ring for Storm count. Sorry.
Yeah, 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 no, for sure.
I was chuckling. Sorry.
Let's see.
There's the wreck.
Huh? Sabine's Reclamation targeting fish? Yeah.
Yeah. So setup turn.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the fish wasn't let go ultimately.
Ultimately, see, he had a plan. See, there it is. Keep them on their toes. I like it. I'm assuming the Gataxian probe indicated that River has quite a hand. Let's see. Did he have to do what he did? Abolisher, Savines, the fish, versus just paying for fish and casting Abolisher. I don't know. That doesn't seem worth it. Let's see, because I think you keep. I think that's the way I would play it. You keep the fish, you pay one, you keep the fish, and then you cast Abolisher. If Abolisher gets countered, then you can just Sabine's wreck the Abolisher. But then if it doesn't get countered, then you still have Sabine's wreck in hand, and you have an Abolisher and a fish. I think maybe he just didn't want to pay for the fish tax.
Do you think the extra mana on the next turn for the fish would be relevant? Especially given the knowledge that we have with the Savine's wreck and the Leonin in the graveyard.
Is that Leonin? I thought it was Auric Salvagers. Because Leonin
Auric, Auric, yeah. The other white card.
The other white card, right? Of the three that are into this deck, aside from Emil, definitely have 3 of the 4. No, I don't think it matters how he sequenced that. I just having Savines in graveyard is fine. Like there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing in his graveyard aside from lands right now. And then he casts Timna, and then he's gonna get hit in the face again for 6 in the air.
Yep.
Which is rough.
Draw that card.
Good night. And then he discard. Did he discard a hand size? Did he discard anything in his end step?
Let's see. Swords. I can't remember if the Ponder was played.
He didn't discard a hand size. He played just enough. Yeah, because he played the. Yeah, he has 7. Oh no, I think he is exactly at 7 at the end of the turn because he played the Savine, Soul Ring, Land, Abolisher. I think that's why he did that. I don't think he wanted to discard hand size. I think that's why he played the way he did. No waste. I like it. Okay. Mana Crypt. Draw a card. Pitch. So sack a land. Look for a land. Twist? I wonder. No, you don't twist here.
Good call.
Yeah? Okay. Yeah, it makes sense. Because now the setup that Plam had for possibly like a breach win, it goes away.
Yep.
Plam gets a trigger for fish. Oh, and then I didn't realize River only had 3 cards in hand. Yeah, this refills River's hand.
So it refills River's hand. It resets Playham's hand because he's been sculpting it this whole time and sculpting his graveyard. The other 2 players' hands, Hisp is at 6. It does benefit Tsunami.
Yeah, that's the one thing I'm really concerned about. So this is so if any of the other players don't win in this moment, um, it is really good for River.
Hmm.
But the the big risk here is now. So Hisp was kind of struggling with his lands. Hisp will have access to 7 new cards,
Hmm.
and he's gonna do something. What's he
We
gonna
have
do?
a crop rotation for
Rotation.
mana fixing.
Oh, let's see. What do you get? Do you just pitch? Yeah, you're gonna lose the war room in order to get Ancient Tomb. Yeah, that's pretty good.
So that's three,
That's
four, that's six, and the three
yeah, it's
green.
6 before the land drop. So yeah, Ancient Tomb so you can Kodama, yeah, for sure. And then the other the biggest the big man with this is so sketch. So sketch. But another thing that for this Time Twister, what it does for River, it puts all those zero cost mana rocks back into his deck. So when he
Mm.
add Nazes, which he will add Naz at 49 life, uh, he can just dig. Oh man, he's gonna dig to the other side of the planet. Oh my god, he
Yeah.
has 49 life. By then he'll have 50. Oh man, he'll have 55 life.
All I can think
Oh,
of is that what was that like 2000s movie with what's that dude's name? Holes where they're just digging holes all day.
oh, Shia LaBeouf. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So River is like the Shia LaBeouf is about to dig a hole deep,
deep. Yeah,
deep. Yep.
yeah. So I think so. If Twister resolves, um, all that really. Wait, did play him not draw for a crop rot? You can't. It's hard to miss triggers on cockatrice, right?
I do not know. But also, if he draws, he still goes down to
Oh, there.
7. Yeah, so it's a twister. That just indicates to me that he was just going to let the twister happen.
So like if I was playing him, if I had the ability to counter Twister here, I'm seriously countering it. I'm putting up the biggest fight because now we have a river tapped out
There it
with
is.
3 lands. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, the biggest fight for this. And then the Sakashima player is like super bummed because yeah, you can play Kadama, but it's a lackluster play here. Super lackluster, and it resolves. Dang. Super, super good. Super, super, super good. And then the only thing you really have to worry about is Kinnan. Kinnan Kinnan can just walk away with the game right here. If Kinnan hits Basalt, it's a wrap.
So, can you explain to me real quick how that interaction works?
Sure. So Kinnan says whenever you tap a non-land permanent for mana, add 1 more of whatever color it produced.
So, there's your
And
colorless.
yeah, so it makes infinite colorless here. And so all Kinnan would need is a Mirage Mirror. Um, and Mirage Mirror Basalt, obviously 2-card combo, is uh, the dream to get in your hand after a wheel. But if it gets time, yeah, if it gets Mirage Mirror, you can stack the activations of Mirage Mirror, so you have it become a copy of Basalt, and then have it become a copy of a land, have it become a copy of Basalt, have it become a copy of a land, and as it resolves, you can tap it for colored mana as it's a copy of a
Oh, because
land,
you're
and
you're
then
laying you're layering all that on the stack, so it's just going to
yeah,
resolve. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
hmm Yeah. And so from there, you can make infinite mana and infinite colored mana, and then you also can make it so that um you activate Kinnan until you hit like Thrasios or you hit all your creatures, and then you can then do Twister loop stuff. And you get a whole breacher, you can draw your deck. There's a whole bunch of things you can do. But the biggest thing here is just making sure that you get the that combo online as quickly as possible. And that looks like what this deck is trying to do. Just make sure I'm not
So that's
crazy.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 mana. Big money. Big money.
5, 6, 6 mana with Jeweled Lotus.
No, with the
Oh, Kadama. Oh,
yeah.
Kadama. Oh, yeah. Oh, here. Oh, for Kinnan has 5, 7 mana. King F7.
7. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Transmute artifact. Yeah, going for basalt for sure.
Get that money.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear about the lady in California that washed her lottery ticket in her pants?
Oh no, that's so sad.
$24 million payday, washed it in her pants. As soon as I found it, believe me, if you ever hear me, or like not hear me, because I talk a lot, if you ever see me like go like dead silent, you know I won the lottery. But like for real, how do you like know that you like won the lottery, but then like don't put that somewhere, like a fireproof something?
Yeah, that's going in a bulletproof case. That's handcuffed to me for the until I can turn it in. Oh man. Okay, so basalt makes infinite mana. Let's see. Uh, does he have anything to do with the mana though? That's the hardest part here. So if he doesn't have anything to do with mana, he literally is just stuck on pure colorless mana galore. Yeah, he definitely can spin Kennen once, but again, like spinning Kennen here is so lackluster. The deck runs. Let's look at this. Dun dun dun. Runs 14 creatures. The best creatures that he can hit: Con Sphinx, Gilded Drake, I guess, Hull Breacher, Phantasmal Image, Phyrexian Metamorph. So he would want to hit Prophet of Distortion or Thrasios. He also can get Tidespout Tyrant, which would be great. So there's 5 creatures that he can hit out of 100 cards. I just
right. Yeah. What's the likelihood?
Yeah, I do think that he does do it though. I do think that he does try.
Because it's a sorcery. It's a sorcery speed activation, correct?
No, instant speed activation.
Okay.
Yeah. But Plam has Grand Abolisher, so he can't activate it during Plam's turn. So I honestly feel like you go for it now because I don't think he's going to get another turn.
Oh.
Yeah.
Copy artifact.
Copy artifacts as a copy of what? Felwarstone?
So I'm not as familiar with Kennen, so I don't know what it needs. A lot of folks.
So
a lot of folks.
Yeah,
in
he's
the
just trying to
chat are
make
talking about needing that colored. Okay,
mana.
Yep.
Yeah, he's trying to activate Kennen twice. So Felwarstone makes because he has infinite colorless. So as long as he can continue making mana, so he taps it for 2 blue, and then he has 2, and then he has a green floating. He activates. He's really hoping to get lucky here. This is like spin to win, baby, spin to win.
Well, sometimes you just got to be better lucky, right? Than actually good.
Yeah. Also, Gilded Drake here is really good because he can just steal Grand Abolisher. So it does give people ways to try and interact. I don't think anyone has interaction though, unfortunately. If he hits Tidespot, that would be really, really hot. I would be. Also, he missed his first activation, huh? Yeah, for sure. And then he goes to swing. Okay, so he missed both activations. Dang.
Oh, that's
Feels
poopy.
bad.
That is really poopy.
Yeah, but he had to. He had no choice. Like, there's no way that he doesn't go for it. This is his only opportunity to really win here because it's hard to once the activations start, and if he hit what he needed to hit, he just wins because I don't think anyone has interaction right now. I think the table's empty. It doesn't pay for fish again. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. I don't think he cares. I don't think he cares for fish. I think he thinks he's gonna win this turn. And he has Grand Abolisher.
Yeah, he's got free reign to do exactly the thing he wants to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he has
So
8 cards in hand. He's sculpted last like
one,
he
two, three,
should have.
four. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
He has 7 mana right now. Yeah.
So
Um.
the world is his oyster.
Yeah. I wonder what he goes for. What if all that was just like Castrasio's pass? Oh my god, I'd feel so bad. I would want to vomit. Oh, don't let that be the case. It's a Mox Diamond, I believe. Mm. Oh, what? Yeah. From the start, man, this game. So I do think that I do think does have to win here though.
Yeah.
If he can't close it out, I don't think he gets another turn. Because he's at 19. He's at 19. Let's
So,
see. Sarah hits him for 6. Sarah hits him for 6. Kadama hits him for 6. There's just
yeah.
no. He has to win here.
Okay. What does Spellseeker grab?
Spellseeker grabs Ephemerate here. And then he'll cast Ephemerate on Spellseeker. It will grab Final Fortune, and then he'll cast Final Fortune. Go to his next turn. Ephemerate will trigger in his upkeep. He'll grab a tutor for to get Breach, and then he'll just win with Breach. So it's over. It's over here, and then he can recast Ephemerate from graveyard to grab to target Spellseeker, and then he'll grab Brain Freeze with that, and then Brain Freeze will that'll get him there.
Nice. I have copies of Final Fortune in 2 of my decks. I am not up to speed on the air quotes Final Fortune lines. So this is actually very informative for me. I'm learning a whole lot right now.
Neoform. Oh, Emil? Oh yeah. So he's gonna neoform. Yeah, okay. So okay, I was very confused for a second. Yeah, he's just showing his hand, I think. Yeah, it goes for the Final Fortune. Yeah, casts the Mana Vault and Elvish Mystic. Goes to his turn again. Ephem on upkeep. Target Spellseeker. And Line Tutor's in his graveyard. Interesting. What does he grab here? Enlightened Tutor in graveyard. Worldly Tutor? Worldly Tutor for Dockside? And then yeah, I think he's trying to get Emil. I think he has Neoform in hand.
So we can blink the dockside.
No, so he does Neoform on the Spellseeker and gets Emil with Neoform. Yeah. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. Yeah, and then just make infinite mana, and then he can just from here he can just draw his deck and do all the things. Yep, that's a GG. Yep. Make your infinite mana, good sir, Thrasios. And then he can just draw his deck and then brain freeze everybody.
Oh, because he has infinite mana to just cast spells.
Yeah. Yeah, he has big infinite manas. Yeah,
big manas. Well, look at that. So, keys to success. Step 1, wheel
Wheel. Wheel
wheel
turn one. Yeah.
wheel turn like play one, turn one, wheel done, and then that knocked like River had straight gas, no real payoff, but like I guess getting Timna or something card advantage engine out would have been the payoff in that instance. Didn't see much from Kadama Sakashima. Kinnan had a go. Had two goes. Both whiffs. So that was probably the closest. So Kinnan was probably the closest to trying to secure a victory.
Yeah.
There's
Plan played exactly the way he was supposed to. He disrupted hands, controlled the board, and drew cards. Like like if there was a textbook for how you're supposed to play Evolution, this would be like page 1, chapter 1. How you do it.
So I don't know exactly how old he is, but for all of you people either now watching the stream or all you young adults like later watching this on YouTube or what have you, this young man is a teenager.
Yeah, he's 14.
Yeah, playing at the big tables. So
big boy tables.
And big girl, and big boy and big
person
girl.
tables.
Yes,
big person tables. Big person tables. Yeah. Absolutely. I think he played very well.
So that's just highlighting his age. Just seeks to show like the credit, the due credit that this young man deserves, because I mean this is not an easy venue. If we, like you said earlier in the broadcast, if there were a professional circuit full of professional players, this is it. So this is not the junior leagues. This is the big leagues, and that was executed wonderfully.
Yeah, and so one thing I really want to highlight is that, so if you look at the people that were in that pod, right? You had River, you had Plam, you had Hisp, right? You had Tsunami. River made like Blue Farm, like that's like his list, right? Hisp made Kadama Sakashima, like that's his list. And so to play the brewers of these mainstream lists on their list, playing in this format and win a game, it means a lot. Like it's not like a little victory. It's very, very big. So definitely speaks pretty big volumes here.
So that just got me thinking, because we've had one opportunity in the last couple of weeks to actually, it wasn't me streaming, it was during the week. It was one of my partners, Nick. He was actually streaming, and he had the opportunity of actually sitting in the pod with the players, listening to their banter, what have you, which really doesn't happen. So like in this instance here, where you're talking about the maker of the list, it's like, hey, bro, thanks for making this list.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. It's.
I don't want to say I don't want to say shit talking, but like, what do you do in that instance? It's like, hey, this is a pretty sweet list you made. Thanks.
Yeah. It's interesting. It's interesting, and I think I feel the same way playing in the MLC, and like it has a similar feel where a lot of the players are people who brewed the lists on the database, and like this pod is great because, oh man, Blue Farm's going first, and he's demonic consultation.
Yeah, I saw that. I didn't want to. I was like,
what's going? This is the first time I've ever seen this. I've never seen this. What is he naming?
Mana Crypt.
Mana Crypt. Oh, he has some. He has gas. It's not in his first 6, is it?
No.
Okay. What? Mana Crypt means something here. Mana Crypt is that's such a risk. He must have.
He's got the nuts, right?
Oh, Oracle's gone.
Yeah, but he breezed by Oracle.
You can't stop. It's
Yeah,
demonic
you can't stop.
consultation.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. It's not
Yeah.
the Tainted Pact. Yeah.
Okay. So
So what is the
what?
backup?
Okay. Mana crypt on the stack. Taps it. Talisman. Okay.
Of course, he's got to move his commanders
Because
back over.
okay, this is a fish. This has to be a fish. There's no way you just demonic consultation for that.
Yep,
That's it.
that's it.
You did. Whoa, that's so brave. It sounds
To
super sus, Mr. Murph.
yeah, Mr. Merv, sus.
It's so that's so sus. How that is that is simply just a turn two crime. Um, it's just the only reason why I'm like really reserved on this is because I feel like that was his only land, and he wanted to further his game plan, which makes sense. But it's really
So,
challenging
oh, I
when you
see. So,
yeah.
so you're saying this is like River being like uber aggressive after,
Hmm.
especially going first.
Hmm. Well, he
Mm,
wants to get it out of his hand. Like he is feeling the stress of a turn one wheel that happened last game, and he's like, I don't want to get wheeled again. I'm going first. I've been on the consultation. The likeliness that I exile a lot of my deck is low, considering how much of my deck there is still.
yep.
Um, so if I just go for the mana crypt, then I can do stuff, and then I'm assuming that he also I think he has ad nauseum in his hand. Um,
Which is why I
and so
didn't
I
want to
think
wheel.
yeah, exactly. And so he just goes, he does his play, and then turn two. Oh wait, what? It's his turn. He didn't draw a land, I'm guessing.
So Mr. Merv makes a good point. Like he probably does have Nas in his hand because if you have Nas in your hand, that's the only real good reason to keep a one lander, and then that makes
Mhm.
sense doing the consult to the mana crypt because that gives you mana positive, trying to go into your next turn, drawing a land, and then hitting that Nas mana. I mean the thoughts are big. We've been paused here thinking the thoughts. Hmm. Oop. Also, look at all the dorks.
Right?
Everybody ran out dorks real quick. Okay, double black. The only open mana, opposing mana, is the petal. Otherwise, it's got to be free. Yeah, how
No,
scary is that
yeah.
Lotus Petal, right?
Lotus Petals isn't scary from Hisp. Hisp's list runs such little interaction that I would not be worried about
Oh,
it.
okay, so that's
Yeah,
that's a fair assessment.
yeah. And then he goes for Wish Claw. Sure, sure. I wonder if he activates. I don't think he does. I don't think he'd activate here.
There's the windfall.
Yeah.
Windfall for 6.
Decent. Very decent. Refills his hand. He still has
One mana.
no. Is he two for Wish Claw? One, two. I don't think he has any mana open, does he?
Talisman.
Oh no, yeah. Sorry. Floating mana. That's what I was thinking in my head.
No worries.
Didn't say it out loud.
I have seen your moments too.
Yeah. Thanks. Appreciate it, bud.
Yeah, you're welcome. Gray-haired bros unite. Well,
Yes.
I'm probably the only gray-headed.
I'm salt and pepper. That's where I
Nice.
am right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm
Yeah.
almost full silver in my goatee because I don't have hair.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, my beard started getting grays, and then it was like one, and then now it's like half, and I was like, wait, what happened?
Yeah. All of mine has happened almost in the last like year, 18 months. So Must be the stress of like, living under the weight. What's that?
Can you go to River's graveyard?
I sure can. So consultation, misdirection, Tarn, flats, windfall.
Okay, so he didn't. He really just went with the windfall, and he had misdirection. Interesting. Misdirection stack. LOL. Oh, misdirection, my boy. Yeah, yeah, that is a spicy card. On for an Adnos deck, yeah, for sure. Super spicy. He said misdirection. Wow, 5 mana. He's also on Mind Break Trap, to be fair. Like, he is on some
a
river.
Yeah,
he's on Mind Break Trap. So that's really
put some hair on your thyroid. Now you're just being ridiculous. My thyroid has had hair forever anyway.
For days.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. So windfall. Okay. Land. Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4. 4 mana.
I think I feel like you have to be minimal in what you do here. Like you can't go all in. You can do very little because River has is showing a win on his turn.
Is threatening an ad nauseum on next turn, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Ad nauseum with a land open. And so yeah, people have to be careful, but never mind. We're not careful. We're just gonna do Somberwald stack.
Sage. It's a tap for 3 mana, I believe.
Oh, we're just gonna. Oh, okay. So Hisp is simply saying, "You guys deal with the Adnos player. I'm gonna do my own thing." I love it.
In fairness, I mean is that such a bad? Because you mentioned earlier how critical Sakashima is to Kodama. So being able to get those out relatively close together and forcing the other opponents to play, that's a strategy.
Why is everyone tapping out? But now the Kinnan play did the same thing. Now they're like, hey, play him. You definitely have to deal with this. Oh man, this is so sketch. And
there are free spells available too.
Yeah. Thrasios into land. Okay, land Mox Amber. Okay, so that makes me. Oh, you tap the Mox Amber. Oh my god, what is happening? Training grounds? No, don't, dude. This is so bad. This is so sketch. I love this. This is like, hey, like I feel like they're like daring River, try. Just try, see what happens. And River's like, all right, he's gonna test the waters. Oh man. Okay. This is a good shot for River right here though. If it's oh man, turn 3. Here we go. I'm excited. I'm just like super hyped right now.
Respect it. Yeah.
Oh man. River, I guarantee River is nervous here. He's like, oh,
well, I mean, I would be nervous. Like if I just in the preceding turn wheeled my opponents to give them fresh hands, right? I would be somewhat nervous too because I always assumed that they had worse hands than they all drew into the forces, right? So
yeah, they all drew into the forces. They all played pretty aggressively.
To indicate air quotes that they had nothing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah. Well, I mean, I think that you play if they both play their commander. I'm assuming that Kinnan has Fierce. I think Plam has like Swansong or Fluster. I don't think Plam has Fierce.
Because that Catacombs is just sitting there looking, right? Like It's
Yeah, he's trying not to choreograph it.
representing that Swan Song mana is what it's doing.
Yeah, it also because Verdant can. He also might have Red Blast. That also might be a thing that he has. So it's like not very pertinent, but it could be depending on what happens.
Yep.
And so I think he just wants to figure out what do I grab with it, because he has to grab blue or red here. He can't grab both. Tricky position. Let's see. Man, River is deep in the tank. Deep in the tank. Okay, he does the wooded or windswept heath. Okay. All right, good sir. What are you gonna do?
So something that I haven't thought about in a while, and we probably haven't talked about over a lot about anyway about the last month, is with the development of the ad nos meta over the last like year or so, 18 months now. We haven't talked a lot about like end of turn noses versus main phase noses, like success rates. Is a 6 mana, like having 6 mana available when you nos. Yeah, the bad dog. I'm referencing actually some conversations we had. Yeah, so like, what are in this current meta? What are the better percentages here? Is it main phase nos all the time? Or are we looking at end of turn? You know.
I find that end of turn noses rarely resolve.
Okay.
The big for me the biggest reason why is because a main phase nos is really strong with the ability to use that whatever all the resources that you're allocated instantly.
Right.
End of turn noses are super scary because then that person untaps into their resources. So like people are fighting much harder for an end of turn nos to get countered than they are to let a nos resolve during someone's main phase, because they've already used 5 mana, and that's pretty significant. And so low resource noses are much more fragile than that 5 mana that would have gone into it being open to cast all of the things that you get with nos.
Okay. So that's exactly what I wanted to hear, and that I wanted to share, because that's the thing, like knowing the timing, especially because I'm always considerate of new players or lesser experienced players. Yeah, I'm always concerned of like they get these new toys, because we're always stimulating getting new people into this environment, but then also like how do we teach them how the most effective way to use the tools that they're now employing, and have least amount of experience with. And for myself, like these are things that I think about all the time, like do I dare do it at the end of the preceding turn? Okay, we got more mana ramp coming out of River. So this signals more Nas to me. I don't know if I'm going to be correct here, but just setting up. Okay.
Don't even start. That's so funny.
Mardoni. All right, Chance. We're starting to get a little personal.
Hilarious. That's so funny. I wonder what
this also brings up another common topic that I talk to new players, like, who do you give the Wish Claw to? I mean, in this instance here, it doesn't matter so much because there isn't a lot of open mana. Well, I guess the Summerwald is still new, so
yeah, I would give it to Kennen. Yeah, you can't give it. Okay, so you can't give it to Sakashima because Sakashima. So you cast Kodama, right? And then you can you now have the ability to tutor up anything. So it literally Wishclaw, it says cast Kodama and then cast your Sakashima. Sakashima enters as a copy of Kodama in response to the Kodama trigger. use a Wish Claw to search up Prime Speaker Zagana and put it on the battlefield, draw 7 cards, and then just go and win. That's all it says. In Playam's deck, it doesn't look that threatening right now, but Training Grounds with 1, 2, 3, 4 mana is pretty terrifying. Like, it doesn't seem like a lot, but it is, because that's 2 activations on Thrasios. That's 2 lands you possibly get that turns into another activation. Super, super scary. Kinnan can only get 1 piece of their win con with that, and then they have to give it to somebody. And that is the situation that I'd be worried about, is who does Kinnan give the Wish Claw to? Because that's super scary, because anyone who gets it from there on can just win the game. Super sketchy.
Yeah, this was I would have never have guessed in a million years, because when Wishclaw came out, everybody was like, yeah, this is going to be super good, auto include, blah blah blah, and then the other half is like, well, no, because I'm giving it to somebody, and they have. So there's always this politics of Wishclaw that's always in the back of my mind. And you outlined that. Thank you. You outlined that like perfectly, because you actually went into, if you give it to this person, then the choice that they have following that is super sketchy as well. So it's such an interesting card. Oh
yeah,
Kodama gets the Wishclaw.
what? Oh no, no.
So what does that tell you?
Okay, so he has Slumberwald Stage, taps for 3. He has 1, 2, 3, 6 Lotus Petal. Is Jeweled Lotus in his graveyard?
What's that?
Is Jeweled Lotus in his graveyard by chance?
It is not. Bonder's
Yeah, so
Enclave and Force of Will.
yeah, so here it's just real simple. You use a Lotus to grab. So if he has a land in hand, he can activate Jeweled Lotus, or he can get Jeweled Lotus. He can cast Kodama, and then he can cast Sakushima. Sakushima trigger on the stack. He can just, like, if he has Prime Speaker Zagana in hand, he just wins. Like
Righteous.
that's
And Dave
super.
Dave makes a good point too, like the consideration of that we can't hear him talking. So it's likely that River is like, hey, you're gonna give this back.
I'll
right?
give this to you. Give it back.
Yeah.
Chain of Vapor. Oh, he's just gonna Chain of Vapor it. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. He's like, okay, you can get your Wish Claw back. He has. This is so tough, because Thassa is gone, so he has to go into Praetor's Grasp mode. Let's see if he got. I wonder what he grabbed. I wonder what he tutored for. Let's see if he tutored for. I gotta look at his list, because now let's see.
Yeah, so Breach, is it on Breach Freeze? Dave is asking in the chat.
Yeah, for sure. Brain freeze, yeah.
Because otherwise let's see, consultation is still in the yard, so you'd have to breach anyway to basically affect the steal the Thoracle line. So
Yeah. Okay, so if he has LED. If he has LED, no, LED doesn't get him there. He has 1, 2. Did he see? He sacked a land. That was tapped already. Okay, so he has 5 mana. He could, if he goes for Nas, it doesn't feel the best. Can you look at his exile pile?
sure can. Let's get a big window.
Let's get a big old window.
It won't let me get too big. So, Signet, Mox, Felwarstone, Lotus Vault, Breacher, Opposition Agent, Rager Captain, Simian Spirit Guide, Oracle. Ugh. There's just
So
as
grasp
well.
is still there. Oh
Yeah.
man, yeah, he's on full breach plan. Yeah, he has to be. There's nothing else he can do. Because his he's so tight right now. He has to go for breach. So I'm assuming that the first thing he got was breach, and the second, and then he might recast.
There's the talisman. So my question is this: if we're sitting here on the sidelines, accessing the same information that everybody else has access to, what are the odds that they're thinking in the same vein that we are about, like, how finite his plan is?
Yeah, his plan is really, really tight. Like, I think that's why he's playing the way he is, because we might see him just pass here. Yeah, because his plan is it's so tight. Like,
There's breach.
yeah, it's breach, and then he grabs LED. He has to grab LED. And how many cards in his graveyard?
8.
Is it 8? 8 cards in graveyard. So fun facts for everybody, if you're newly initiated. The really cool thing about breach is you actually only need 8. You need 8 cards to win. That's like the magic number. And so right now he grabs LED, he casts LED, sacks it, discards the 4 cards he has in hand for blue, and then for blue, and then he needs brain freeze. He needs brain freeze real bad.
So
The fact that go ahead.
if the opponents have interaction, when is the time?
It would be when he tries to cast breach. It would be trying to counter breach. I don't think anyone has anything for. I think it's all instant and sorcery interaction. I think Hisp has like a dispel or something like that.
Okay.
Maybe no, he doesn't have dispel. Otherwise, he would have used it to stop the chain of vapor. Maybe he thought it wasn't that important, but it is. It was pretty important. But yeah, fierce red blast would be a thing here. So I do think that Plam has a red blast. LED. Okay, and then what do? Do you try to chain the Wishclaw again?
We have 2 black mana. Are you
Use
just
it
gonna?
for ball. Recast LED. I feel like you want to get you just want to get it back to your hand. Yeah, I would just get Wishclaw here. Bounce the Wishclaw back to his hand. Sack a land. Yeah, actually, that's exactly what you do. So you bounce Wishclaw back to your hand. You sack a land to put more lands into your graveyard. Bounce Mana Crypt back to your hand, and then replay Mana Crypt. Replay and then play the Wishclaw, and then you can sack the LED for 3 blue. Activate Wishclaw, get Brain Freeze, cast Brain Freeze, and you can just win from there. Because then from there he just Praetor's Grasps. Ooh, fudge. That's super tough. No one else has Thassa. Oh, that's frustrating.
So it has to be brain freeze.
Yeah, he has to brain freeze everybody else out and then cast. Yeah, so he'll go pretty deep, and then he has Windfall on graveyard. Yeah, so then he just Windfalls. So he has to freeze everybody else out, and then he Windfalls. He does have Grasp in his deck right now.
Bad Dog Psycho, you just could cast Peer, you know.
Could just cast Peer. Yeah, that's fair.
Let's bring up this exile real quick. this window over. Okay.
I don't think Grasp is in exile.
Yeah,
No?
it's in.
Oh, it is. Oh, it is right there. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, this has to just be a wheel. Yeah, this. Yeah. So he'll just freeze. He'll freeze everybody else out. Marsh Flats, Wheel of Fortune. Oh, I think what is he doing?
He's
He's doing.
consulting. He's consulting for his piece.
That's so sketch. Why? Why is he doing that? Does he feel like he? I
I'm
wonder.
trying to.
Wait.
I'm trying to see. Okay, so you can see what he's going for.
Maybe he thinks that. Maybe he just didn't see the chain line.
Fountain, catacomb, scatters,
Oh,
orchard, brainstorm, ancient, seer ascendant, adnos, man. So ring. It's getting hard to see. His last card, dockside, fierce guardianship, mental misstep, vampiric tutor, blooded
oh,
strand,
yeah. He's just going
brain
for a
freeze.
brain freeze. Yeah, that's fine. This is a perfectly fine thing because he does. So the line that I thought of, the only weakness here is that he could the chain of vapor targeting the Witchclaw Talisman could be copied to bounce the Underworld Breach to his hand, and then he's in a weird situation where he has to discard the Witchclaw. Yeah, that is more risky, but man, two demonic consultations in the same game is so sketch.
So I just imagine like the setup, the pair, right? River
Yeah.
has earned my respect. That dude has got a pair, a huge
Yes.
brass
Huge
clingy.
pair.
But I mean,
He has.
you're at the you're in the final round of the inaugural like CEDH tournament, so
Yeah.
you got to do what you got to do.
You gotta do what you gotta do, man.
So storm count
Okay.
8.
Mm-hmm. 2 black, 6 cards in yard.
So what's the magic number for storm count on a brain freeze? I'm from Florida originally, so math doesn't come naturally to me.
Well,
Uh,
actually, it doesn't really matter now because he just brain freezes. How many cards does he have left in his deck? 16?
16.
Okay, so he'll just brain freeze himself. Geez, he only has 16 cards.
16 cards, 2 blue mana, 1 black mana.
What's
So
the storm count? Do we have
8.
that? Is it
8.
8?
Well, it seems like Play M is representing 9 here at the bottom. So it's either 8 or 9.
I don't think he got it. I don't think he has it. He has 16 cards. So peer into the abyss. What is this? What is he doing now? How? I don't think he has it. Okay, so oh man. Okay, so how many cards is in there? 83, 84, 84. So he has to mill at least 100, 240. 250. No, that's crazy.
3 days worth of clout.
60.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
251 cards. 151? No. Yeah, that seems like a lot.
So freezes himself, fills the bin. Oh, so yeah, extra copies. This is my ignorance on Storm. I've never been a Storm player at heart, so I don't naturally think in
Storm
Storm
count 8.
terms. So we're at Storm
So
count 9.
yeah, I don't I don't think I don't think is enough. 9. So at 10 that mills somebody 30. but then he has 21 cards in graveyard. It costs 6. It costs 6 to do both LED and Brain Freeze. He has 21 cards. That means he can only do it 3 times? No, he can't do it. He can't. I don't think he can win by freezing out everybody.
So Storm
Like he
can't.
needs
Yeah, 12.
he he needs to find a way. Oh, this is like super tough. Let's look at this blue farm deck. What do you have that can deal with this? Docs, nope. Peer into the abyss. Do it.
So this starting to make a little bit of sense, right? The original consult took away Oracle, and then getting to the point where he only really had a real tight out. So is this him playing to that out the best way he possibly can, even though it's not likely? Is that what this is?
Yeah. Feel like yeah, the same console did make this undoable. I don't unfortunately I think he's out of options here.
So the
Let's look at
safer line ultimately would have been the more risky line of bouncing your Wish Claw and Breach, resetting, and then coming back for another chance.
yeah, this is like super tough.
Although that's easy to say in retrospect.
Yeah. The fact that Praise Brass got exiled is also really, really hard. So he can't. Oh man, I have no idea what he does. 14. Let's see.
Ooh, yeah, Memnotic Betrayal would have been super fun.
Oh, he's not a mnemonic betrayal. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, but he is on some spicy cards. I can't give him too much grief.
Right. Yeah.
Hmm. Does he have an out? I'm looking at his list. It doesn't look like it, man. Like there's. All right, let's look at the math. Man, these lists are really spicy. So it goes to 10. He has 6 blue floating, so he can cast. He has only 10 in graveyard. Yikes.
So either way, like looking at this, right? So I'd like any of the TOs in the chat, like, make a note. We should probably ask River after the fact, get an autopsy on because this is like super interesting of being accident. Well, I want to say I'm air quoting accidentally painted into a corner via your own consultation, and then trying to figure out, like, trying to make it happen. Like, so this, I'm super interested in getting the autopsy on this after the fact.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that the play here was really just instead of trying to console again, you crack your LED for 3 red. You cast the Chain of Vapor, targeting your thing. Then they'll target your breach. Breach goes back to your hand. You recast the breach. You recast your Wish Claw. Use Wish Claw to search for Brain Freeze, and then you don't have to worry about your entire deck getting exiled because he just needed more cards in his graveyard. That was it. But the fact that he had 21, yeah, he kind of put himself in a bad position. Now, here's the interesting thing. So looking at this board state, if River can't win, River still might be able to win. I'm not sure. He might be on thing. He might be beyond me when it comes to like all this stuff, which he probably is. I mean, that would make sense. Kadama is in a good spot. There's going to be a Kadama here. The Kingdom player is kind of not really doing much. I don't think this is going to be. There might be a Tezzeret, so we'll see. But Thrasios is in just this. That's a scary board state. Like it.
Oh,
It
for
doesn't.
Playum? Yeah.
Wishclaw does not matter. If he dies, then Wishclaw will go with him. I'm pretty sure that
Oh,
he'll.
so Chance just gave some because I assume Chance is in there listening to him or have some sort of insight. So according to Chance, River looked at his deck and gave the old Caesar quote. The betrayed me. Yes.
Et tu, brute.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
we have one brain freeze going towards Playum. At least
which is a
one.
mistake. That's a mistake.
You think so?
I don't think you do that. Yeah, because like you can't kill Playum here. I don't think you could. You could try, but killing play like I don't. You would brain freeze the player that doesn't use breach, right? Or Savines. You'd brain freeze like I would brain freeze Kadama. I wouldn't brain freeze because Kadama doesn't have the same recursion. Like Kadama has no recursion. Like there might be like noxious revival.
So you're saying that that 44 cards in the graveyard is straight draw.
Yeah, he's like he's like bet.
Yeah.
I'm super stoked. Now I think he's trying to kill him though. I think he's gonna try to kill him.
So Dave brings up another point that's an artifact of this particular tournament. Playum has already got a win under his belt. So
sure.
So River knocking Playum out extends the pod, revives his livelihood for the next game. So that is a strategy in this particular tournament setup.
That makes sense. So he goes for that. So then Playum has 86 cards. Playum has 3 cards. Okay.
Down to 3.
Down to 3.
Oh, casting it one more time.
Yeah. He's gonna use the last one copy to hit Playum, and then maybe some milling. I think he starts milling Kadama. I think it's the safer of the.
So try to affect as many players as you can. Yeah, I have got to get an autopsy report from River on this. This has been interesting, fascinating.
Target him with 1.
Okay, there's the library. Okay, 2 players at 0 cards in library.
Can you look at Playum's graveyard?
Sure. I'm gonna try to. Well, they won't let me make it any wider. So
Playum didn't happen to fetch in response, did he? I don't think he did.
I don't think he did either. Oh, that's right, because for the catacombs. Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Okay, we are looking for 1 card, and that card is Noxious Revival.
It's I don't see it.
Yeah. So if he has Noxious, he just wins next turn. Let's see. He has 1, 2, 3. Well, actually, that's not true. He would need more. He would need. If he has Noxious. Oh no, it does. He just gets Savine's Reclamation. Yeah. So he Noxious for Savines, and then in his upkeep, and then in his draw step, he gets Savines, casts Savines, and then he gets Breach, and then he literally can just win from that. Oh man. Oh god, if he does this, if this happens, I'm gonna like lose my mind. That would be so sick. Oh my gosh.
So Liam's hand is revealed here.
Oh no, he doesn't have Noxious. Is Noxious not in the deck?
It's possible that it's not.
That's a mistake. You know what? It is in the deck. Huh. Okay,
Oh,
so
I didn't scroll down far enough. Haha, haha, got me.
oh, there it is. Okay, thank you. All right,
So yeah.
there we go.
Oh,
Yeah,
there we
there it is.
go.
Okay, there we go. Yeah. Okay, so what just happened?
It looked like River excused themselves,
Oh, River left. Got it.
which was weird because I thought they'd at least stay until the next upkeep. Anyway.
Yeah, I think he just thought that it was king making at that point because because Plam has no out and giving Hisp the thing will make it easier for him to win. I don't know if he wants him or the other one to win, but Hisp is looking to just take it from here. Because if he has, yeah, because then if he has the like the Wishclaw Talisman at that point, he
Oh,
just
I see. I see.
yeah,
That was the reason.
just yeah. Oh, oh man.
Super fascinating game.
Mm-hmm. River be like Homer Simpson meme disappearing into the bushes. It's so funny. Oh my gosh, so funny. Okay. So I wonder what they're talking about.
uh, so it looks like a pause for the rules question.
Sure. It was, yeah, definitely optimal play for sure. Yeah. After that, removing play M, you do something to avoid king making. That makes sense. Um, and I do like the brain freeze here. The brain freeze hitting both players. That way, at the very minimum, they're both getting milled. And then taking away the ability to tutor. Really, really good. I think that was all of that was fair. I do think that we now know that Playham has no out, and if it's between Hisp and Kinnan, um, mm, I think Kinnan has a single turn to win.
What's in Kinnan's yard now? Let's see. It looks like scepter, mirror. It looks like what's it? Mirror? Is that the?
That's half the combo, yeah. Regrowth is gone. Finale is gone. Dang. So Noxious and Twister. Is Twister in this graveyard too? I didn't see. Stay on there for
It's windfall.
just a second.
It's windfall.
Okay, Mirage Mirror, ISO Rev, Basalt is gone too. Yo, he needs. Oh man. So Regrowth is gone. So he's literally just looking for Noxious and Time Twister. That's just to stay in the game. That's literally to just stay in the game. But he can't do it. I think this game just goes, yeah. But Tide Spout doesn't even help him here because Tide Spout, all that does for him is he gets to cast a spell, bounce what, Kadama? Right? That's what's happening here. Bounce Kadama. Oh man, I feel like it's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. I think he folds here. It's just really hard when all of your win cons are in the graveyard like that, and you get Tide Spout, but you don't have any artifacts on the graveyard or in play, so you're literally just casting spells to try and delay. But you because he has to have a 0 cost artifact, and he doesn't have that. It's so tough.
We got a phone call.
Oh.
As indicated by the yellow, these little note cards that they use are sometimes hilarious.
Phone call. Yeah, given the clock of Kadama, yeah. It's so like with Kadama Sakashima, it's quite literally how fast can I cast my commanders? That is the name of the game. And if in this situation it's this turn you cast Kadama, next turn does he have 1, 2, 3, 4? He doesn't even have enough mana. Tide's about 7, right?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. 7 triple blue.
Yes.
And so he specifically needs a mana producing permanent that makes blue. So he can't draw a forest. He can't, and he still can't. He can activate Kinnan, but he has to tap out to do it. Yeah, I don't. Man, I would love to see Tide Spout. That'd be great. I would also love to see something he can cast next turn is Consecrated Sphinx. That would be really, really cool. I don't know if that was in his graveyard or
Yeah,
not.
it's in his yard, I think.
Oh, dude, he is so little out.
Yeah, there's Sphinx. There's Sphinx right there.
Good night. Oh, this is so tough. Chain of Vapor's gone. Buddy. Something that he could have is if he has, let's look at his list. So he has Blink of an Eye, he has Cyclonic Rift, he has let's see. Dun 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 dun. He does have Noxious. So if he can blink, if he can push back the Kadama to his hand, while Sakashima is on the stack, then Sakashima will enter the battlefield as a copy of one of his other creatures, or as a copy of just as nothing, and then it's Kadama beats. Yeah, then it's down to Kadama beats. He doesn't have Chain of Vapor. There's, oh my god, I feel like in poker, I feel like someone just has like the full house, and someone's sitting on trips and waiting for that quad to hit on the river. You're just like, oh man, this is just such a little out, dude. Phone calls. Ugh. Are we supposed to have lives outside of Magic? I didn't think that was. I thought that was like a rule. I'm not supposed to.
Oh, we got action.
Action. Okay. He's tapping mana. He's casting Kadama. Sounds like a thing. What if it's not Kadama? What if he's actually just casting like Prime Spirit Zagana? Okay, so we have us a Kadama on the staff.
No, not yet. It would show up. It would show up above Sakashima here. I was just highlighting. This is whenever you see the yellow outline.
Oh, sure.
That's me highlighting. Yeah. That's me.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yep. There's Kadama.
There we go. Kadama on the stack.
Kadama beats. Let's see. Kadama's what, a 4/4, 5/5?
6/6. 6/6 with reach.
Yeah. I mean,
that'll get there. Yeah, it turns on a clock for sure. One of my favorite cards in this deck, and I'm a huge fan of Kodama Sakashima. Is Realm Seekers. Realm Seekers is one of my favorite cards. If you're unfamiliar with Realm Seekers, chat everybody. It is a 6/6, or it's an elf. When it enters the battlefield, it gains power toughness equal to the amount of cards in all players' hands. And so usually it will enter as like a 20/20, something huge. And you can, and it has, so it enters with power equal to that, and you get that many +1/+1 counters. So it'll be like, in this case, it'd be an 11/11. So I have an 11 +1 counters on it. And it will be, it's really crazy in this deck because, so there'll be an ETB on the stack because of Realm Seekers, right? And what you can do is you can remove a counter with the ETB on the stack and get like Gaia's Cradle, put Gaia's Cradle on the battlefield. Or get a fetch, put the fetch on the battlefield, fetch the land, get another land, ETB trigger, remove a +1 counter, get a land to your hand, and like you can like start chaining lands. It's really, really cool. So cool. All right, land Field of the Dead. Not good for our heroes. Oh man, he has 4 cards in hand. Kodama trigger, nothing. Man, that is quite a combo. So Field of the Dead. So his next turn, if he's able to draw enough cards, if he's able to get Sakashima to land, I believe that the game plan for him is simply go Sakashima, put a fetch land onto the battlefield, trigger Kodama, put another land to the battlefield. The second that Field of the Dead becomes online, all Hisp is doing is trying to get the Field of the Dead to be online and make infinite zombies. You just go to Beats Town.
Beats plan.
Yeah. Considering how like far Kinnan has to go to win, like it's super tough.
There's a huge disparity.
Right now, yeah.
There might be very difficult to overcome.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll but like I said, he just needs Blink of an Eye. He needs a way to bounce Kodama in response to Sakashima on the stack. That's all he needs right now. If he has that, then he will be chilling for quite some time. Okay, so we got the land. So there's a chance that Tidespot Tyrant lands here. There is a chance. Because he can activate Kinnan or he can hard cast him. And I sincerely doubt that Hisp has interaction. Who
Okay.
died? River. River died.
Oh, that was Play'em because he had 0 cards. Oh, yeah, so River died first. Play'em just got decked thanks to River. So. And then there were 2.
Mm-hmm. Are there more pods firing today? I can't.
No, it's just this one. This is pod number 4. Just due to player scheduling and what have you, we have a pod today, a pod tomorrow, a pod Sunday, and a pod Monday. So our 4th round is spread over 4 days. How appropriate. Ooh, Cyclonic Rift, Pact of Negation. Was that the answer to Kodama that we were thinking Tsunami was going to have that got countered by the Pact of Negation?
Yeah. So I actually think that you let's see, because Hisp had 4 cards in hand.
Mm-hmm.
I think you
wait?
No, you can't wait. No, you just can't. Like it's too strong. Like you have to. I think he played that the way he was supposed to. I think it was fair to think that Hisp didn't have any interaction in hand. So now it's Kadama. Let's see. He's tapping 5 mana? What am I? Am I tripping?
Hmm.
I'm not sure why he's tapping 5 mana. AC? No.
Well, it has to be for because Summerwald is for creatures, I think.
Some rolls for creatures. Oh, did he cast that on his turn?
Summerwald? It
No,
was
did he cast the Cyclonic Rift on his turn? On no, right? It was in.
it was the
It was
instep.
on his.
It was
It was on the
Tsunami's
instep
instep,
of
yeah. Or the at
he
the end of
cast
Tsunami's. Yeah.
turn. Okay, so he did that on. Okay, yeah, yeah. Then I think he did it exactly the way he was supposed to. Because that just slows down his pretty strongly. But now, now it's a really bad situation because he was able to pay for Pact, and then he can still hardcast Sakashima because that's how 4 mana works.
Hmm.
And Summerwald Sage makes 3 green, right?
I think it's 3 of any color that you need as long as it casts
Creatures.
creature spells, yeah. I think.
Yeah.
I play it in Rurik Thar, and I think that's what it's there for.
Rurik Thar, what a commander, dude. What a commander.
I like Gruul Big Dumb, so
Mm-hmm.
well, Hisp is on the big think. Okay. Beats plan is the best plan.
Hmm. Yeah. You just cast Sakashima.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Makes sense.
So now we're on the land plan. What's the is there a value land or maybe a cradle? Is that
Um I mean, no, because so Kadama sees Sakashima as a 6/6, so he can put a 6/6 or less onto the battlefield.
oh so curious.
Um,
Neat.
Cloudstone Curio is fantastic. Cloudstone Curio triggers, then he can just make infinite mana here. Because so Cloudstone Curio triggers. Oh, he doesn't have a land. Never mind. That's not how that works. Okay, that's unfortunate. He has Sylvan Library. Um, and then is he just gonna activate? Okay, yeah. So with this situation, so he's just gonna look for a land. He'll make a land drop. He'll be able to make infinite mana with his lands because he'll bounce a land, tap it, put another land on the battlefield with Kadama Sakashima, and then he can do what with that mana? He can't really do much, unfortunately. He needs more. He needs card draw. He needs card draw or a way to do something with it. Dang, this is tough. I'm pretty sure he's just activating. Yeah, activate spin to win. It'd be unfortunate if it was for an elf. Because one thing we have to remember is that there's 2 Kodamas. Like, ugh. 2 Kodama.
Well, and a Cloudstone Curio and an untap full. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. So he
Looking
has
at
12 damage. Damn, that's rough.
looking at 3 cards.
Yeah. Well, he takes the 3 for sure. Like, okay. Deep in the thinks.
I think so.
I mean, it's 3 cards. You're at 38. You just take the 8 and call it a day. Is there any cards that you want in your deck? I don't think there is. I think you want the deck. You want the cards in your hand.
I think so. I like I said, oh, yep, there you go. Taking all. Oh, it took 1.
No, it took. He took. Yeah, I took 1. What? I'm confused.
Yeah, I mean, because being at 38, you have the luxury of taking all 3. Image. Mm. Hmm. Oh, that's right, because you can't copy the Kodama because it's legendary. Helping Simics, yeah. those darn Simics. Hmm. So where do you think we're going here with the Kinnan?
Hold on.
Oh,
Okay, can you hear me? Sorry.
yep.
Okay, so my headset was sure.
No worries.
So okay,
Have
so
it.
from here it's just land. You can make infinite mana with your lands if
Mm-hmm.
he just because he played command tower, and then you bounce like your snow land, but before you bounce it, you tap it for mana, and then you can replay it, and this just makes infinite mana here. And then with Kinnan, you can just activate Kinnan until you hit whatever you need to hit.
So there was a evolution that was countered. What would have been the tutor target for the evolution? Considering that what you
Um,
just said, there's already mana on board with the Kinnan as the payout. What are we
yeah, I don't.
evolutioning for?
Um, we are evolutioning for
Because I assume it would have been the
anything.
Sage.
Yeah. Well, because you can make infinite mana here. So like evolution just bounces the Kinnan. Or so you sack. Oh, what do you can grab Prime Speaker Zagana because you have 3 6-drops in the battlefield.
Mm-hmm.
And then that draws you 7 cards. Like all of that. I don't know. All that's unnecessary. He on it. Oh, I guess he gets Moloku. Moloku here gets him where he needs to go.
Okay.
Yeah, Moloku makes infinite mana and makes infinite bird things. Another thing is that remember he has. I'm not sure if he hasn't presented the loop yet because I saw the command tower, but then the command tower went back to his hand, I think. So you just land.
So there's
Oh
Tatiova.
man. Yeah. Oh, Tatiova on the stack.
It's on the battlefield now.
Oh yeah. Then he just can draw his deck here. Draw his deck. Oh wait, why would? Wait, what? I wouldn't do that first.
So Maluku is
Oh,
in the yard.
yeah.
Zenaga, Prime Speaker Zenaga is in the yard.
Yeah. So gets a ton of mana, but he's drawing cards with every land drop,
There's the desert.
and then Sun Scorched Desert is the payoff because you can keep bouncing it. I don't know why you play Tatiova first because then he has to draw a card every time. He only has 34 cards in graveyard, and it doesn't matter because or 30 because this he's at 24, so he just needs to do 24 damage and then it's over.
That title board makes me happy.
Yeah.
So
Good job, Hiss.
I'm a huge player of Pauper Commander and competitive Pauper, and the guy Crash that was in the chat earlier has created a uber competitive Tatiova list that employs title board in one of its win cons. So there it is.
GG.
All right, so that's one HISP, one Play M.
Good job. Great game.
Oh, man, that was crazy. It's hard to believe that started out with a turn one consult.
Right?
So many things happen. It's difficult to remember because you have that memory fatigue. Like, did that happen this game, or did that happen last game, or am I remembering something like 2 days ago, or crazy game.
Crazy game, dude. That game was nuts. I was actually excited to see double console. Like that was.
Well, that represents an urgency, right? So like double consult is either an urgency or a confidence, which as we discovered later is probably more closer to an urgency to find X piece. Crazy.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
I just looked at the timer. We have spent just over 2 hours together.
Mm-hmm.
Time flies when we're having fun.
Time does fly when we're having good times.
So now that we have a few minutes, like for those who don't know you, go ahead and like give a shout out to like projects you're doing, like groups you're affiliated with, all that stuff. All good people. I know them myself, so I can say that they're all good people. But just in case the people don't believe me out there in the world, in the stream, in the chat, go ahead and let them know.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so I go by Hire. I am a avid cEDH brewer of jank decks, I would say. Let's see. I am with the cEDH Nexus is probably I would call my home base. And over there we're doing some really fun stuff. I built the Kenrith Evolution list. I think it's probably what I'm most known for. And I would say that if you're interested in making deck, then Janky Brews, yes. That I'm always down to help out with decks. I'm involved in a lot of different brewers, corners and stuff like that, including the Decklist database.
Nice.
And Hamlet, yes, Janky Brews. So I also have a Kinnan list. My Kinnan list is wild. I top 10 at the Tier 1 con with it, and the list does have Lurking Predators
Yep.
and a Deadeye Navigator
And you said that's
and
the evolution.
Raptidon.
That's the evolution
Huh?
list.
Kenrith Evolution.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of I decided to go with Pongo's list.
Oh,
Because well, okay, so in fairness, like I was looking for something very specific. I'm trying to migrate away from Roger Silas into something else. If you know anything about us and the Tryhards, we like experimental stuff. That's Tryhard Alora that asked you about the Janky Brews, because she is our queen of jank. So this is probably an opportunity. You two are probably going to link up on something. She's probably DMing you right now. So yeah, we try to experiment like out on the edge, the fringe, what have you. But I like to have known list available to serve as an anchor for that kind of stuff. I did seriously consider your evolution list, although it's a little bit more similar to stuff that I've played recently. So I'm just trying to diversify my own experience by going with something more rule of law y.
Yeah. Oh man, sorry, I had to switch headphones real quick. Dude, the thing about Kenrith, right? The thing about Kenrith is there is so much you can do with this commander.
Mm-hmm.
Like so much. I've taken infinite turns with Kenrith before. And
that's ridiculous.
And there's no turn cards in my deck. And I took infinite turns. That was pretty crazy. Just yeah, man, there's a lot you can do. It's pretty bananas. So I will say that if you are interested in playing a commander that can do anything, I would say play Kenrith, because that is for sure the thing. Nothing jankier than the favorite deck. Yeah. So
well,
yeah,
I did it. Well, so in reality, like you hit the nail right on the head. I wanted something that offered options. Kenrith was my guy. I even asked a little bit over the last couple of weeks, like, hey, which ones are lists? Blah blah blah. That's when Flash created the recommended deck list channel and added that stuff in there. I spent about a week just kind of poring over. I think it's like 5 or 6 lists there and there. All of them do something. I think there's only 2 that have some overlap.
Mm-hmm.
But the rest of them, like they all do something uniquely different, and the the nice easy answer is yeah, I settled on Pongo's list, but like, to be honest with you, the way that I outline my list, I just don't build a list off somebody else's listing. I steal their deck list and I import it into, because I use deck stats. I'm kind of a nerd with that way, but I don't like the easy look and feel of Moxfield. Anyway, so I'll tear the deck apart into its component parts, and I'll try to figure out how it's working and that sort of deal, and if it has requisite packages, and that allows me to pivot if I don't like it. So yeah, there's an opportunity for Kenrith to, King Kenny to definitely, if you don't like this style or this function or what have you, just kind of pivot a little bit. So yeah, I agree. I love it.
Yeah, there's one of those. There was a game I played where I had cast a Final Fortune, and in my upkeep of my turn, I went to try to do the win things, right?
Yeah.
no one presented any sort of interaction, and I was like, all right, I feel like I'm gonna win. I had a Thassa's Oracle on the stack, and had infinite mana, all the infinite things, and and someone was like, oh, I have a response, and I was like, excuse me, what? And they're like, yeah, I'm gonna cast an Angel's Grace, and I was like, oh man, that feels bad. And the the Angel's Grace caught me off guard, and I was not ready for it. And I was like, well, I guess I just lose now. Like, I don't know what to do. And the answer with Kenrith, specifically, if you're ever in this situation, the answer with Kenrith is you can play Noxious Revival, targeting the Angel's Grace, put it back in the deck, and then you cast Parader's Grasp, grasping the Angel's Grace, cast the Angel's Grace, so you don't lose. And then you can flicker or Eternal Witness to get back your Final Fortune. Cast Final Fortune to catch another turn. Pretty sick. Pretty sick. And you can use that same line, and then you go to your next turn, and then you can flicker the Thassa. Pretty insane. Pretty insane.
I am basking, I am reveling in the greatness that I have just witnessed. So yeah, absolutely, Chance. Like, for those who know, those who don't know, I play Kalia as one of my main decks. I haven't put a whole lot of work into her lately. That's because Bad Dog has like figured it out for us. We're grateful. But I play a little bit of a variant of it where I do play something like Stitcher Supplier to get around Hull Breacher and Angel's Grace in the deck with... see, now I can't remember that discard damage spell. Poop. Anyhow, but yeah, I play Angel's Grace. I love the Angel's Grace. Nobody expects the Angel's Grace.
Yeah, and the thing about Angel's Grace is that I've seen less and less of it. I've seen less and less of it, but more often than not, it seems like a good answer to like so many things that previously were like not really thought of. Mm-hmm. And the fact that it's split second seems really good, but it's more of I think it's a shift in thinking between I don't want to lose versus I want to win. And Angel's Grace is a strictly I don't want to lose card.
Yep. All right, so we have 2 keeps. So who plays first? I didn't catch the die roll. Playam is taking a mull. Is that down to 5? I'm not as familiar with cockatrice as most people, so I don't know what they're representing by. So yeah, that's a mull to 5, and then keep.
Yikes!
Well, who's on the play? I didn't see the roll. Or is that decided? Chance, do you know who's on the... in this interesting card here, hands? I guess we'll see turn order when we get the... I mean, the square is representing river, but I don't know if that's accurate. Okay, so yeah, River drew the first one. Okay, first turn, Soul Ring.
All right. River going first is so scary, man.
It is. Because you never know when that first turn consult's going to come out. And sorry, it's going to be a meme for at least 3 days.
At least 3 days. So for me, so this is our third game. It's a pot of, and the match is 5 games. Is that right?
So the match is 5 games. It's supposed to be the first 2 wins, but they have up to 5 games to get 2 wins.
2 wins, okay.
So it's possible. Well, I guess it's not possible for somebody will eventually get the second win. Mm-hmm. Ooh, look at that.
fish.
Critical.
Going. Yeah, it's pretty good. So fish got
Countered.
super countered. Super duper.
Which is probably the reason why Hisp, if I were to wager a guess, probably the reason why Hisp kept the hand.
Correct. Oh, maybe. I think it was a choice between. I honestly feel like he has a soul ring. Like if it's fish or soul ring, and he chose fish. Let's see. Jeez.
Gracios.
Yeah. It's gonna be a long game for playing. Because he already went down to 6.
5.
5, and he had a Mox Diamond in hand. Oh, that's rough. That's super rough.
All right, I'm going to have my headphones on, but I'm going to silence my mic on this end. I'm going to go take an admin break real quick. I'll still be able to hear you. I just won't be able to talk to you.
Okay, sounds good. All right, let's take a look at this. Yeah, so we look at this. Okay, so it's mana vaults. Not too tricky here. Really, everyone's kind of playing a slower game. I do think that we're going to see something. I mean, with Kinnan, it's always rough. Mana Vault turn 1, it doesn't feel the best because you can't cast. Like, even if you cast turn 2 Kinnan, it's oh great, I have 4 mana from Mana Vault. Oh, it's not the best. I would hope that. Man, I always fear that the tapping out turn 2, or into the turn 2, first turn 2 for Crom Timna. Here we go. We'll see what happens. Let's take a look. So yeah, so for this game, if we were to look at the pod, right, and as we've seen in the past, like the pods are moving pretty quickly. I don't think we've seen a turn 6 here or turn 5 here. I do believe that. I think it's just going to be Timna or Twist. Hey, we got a Ristic. Yeah, Ristic here is super strong. If this lands, Ristic. Oh wow, it landed. Okay. Yeah, this just. Oh gosh, this pushes River into the moon. Oh, man, this is great. Really, really good. I don't believe that anyone will be able to do anything to significantly hamper River if Ristic stays around in turn cycle. Because next turn he just plays its land Crom pass. Then he has 2 draw engine on the board. The turn after that it's Timna. They'll have 3 draw engines. Like that's such a good play.
Yeah, the Ristic was probably huge, but I was listening to you describe like the tapping out on turn 2 being dangerous. I'm curious if that was like a if they were trying to feign.
What do you know? Ristic.
Yeah. I'm curious if they were just trying to feign like maybe free counter spells, like hey, I'm not worried about
Okay, so Kinnan is a draw. Feels rough. Yeah, like I said before, it's awkward. Like Mana Vault's so awkward in Kinnan because it's turn 2, Mana Vault makes 4 colorless mana. Great,
Yeah.
right? And you tap it here for Talisman, and like that doesn't feel the best. Like that's not. It just it's rough. But you can pay for it, which is good. You pay for it, right? Tell me you pay for it, good sir. So it actually might be. It actually might be. If he doesn't pay for it, he didn't pay for it. It might be into a Ristic of his own. I feel like that might be the play. Spellseeker. Spellseeker. Is it worth feeding the cards? Not sure. What does Spellseeker get here? Spellseeker lands. Spellseeker gets transmute artifacts? Maybe?
Probably. Huh.
Yeah, and then River goes to his turn with. Man, that's tough. Super, super tough.
There it is.
Yeah, he gets transmute artifact for sure. That makes sense. So I would worry about not having. Oh man, about everyone not really having interaction here. Yeah, because this is just land ad nos. That's huge. This is a really big turn, and he has Ristic, and no one can really like. I don't know. It's worrisome. It's definitely worrisome.
It's probably fine, right? It's probably
also,
fine.
I could be over exaggerating how strong it could be. How he plays the land. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Oh well, fortunately, Dockside doesn't really do much here, so it's just a ritual.
Okay, Remora.
Mystic Remora. Oh my gosh! If he casts Mystic Remora, if he casts Mystic into Timna, no, he doesn't cast Timna here. I think he just.
What do you know?
Remora. Yeah, it seems decent. Fish and Ristic. Let's see. What's the bet? How many cards? How many cards does River get in this turn cycle? I would like to know what the just everyone reactions are great. Gumpy.
Tim might be a lot. 6 to 8.
So 5.2. 5.2 cards. I believe in it.
Can you hear me higher?
I
don't think higher can hear.
I honestly don't know. I don't know what the entirety of the card draw that's going to happen right now.
Maybe. Okay. So I've actually been here for a little while. Remember at the beginning of the stream where I said my computer does random things? Yeah. It decided that it didn't want to talk to you anymore. Because I'm like saying stuff and I'm like, why is he not responding to me? Did I upset? Yeah. OBS was picking me up just fine. It's just Discord decided to drop me. So super weird.
I'll be right back.
Okay, admin break, yep. So lonely. It's the whale. Sorry, Chance, you got Finding Dory in my head. That was on TV a lot this last week, so nothing like listening to Ellen DeGeneres make whale noises. I speak whale. Were you guys able to? I saw earlier that Cockatrice Trat was getting a little rowdy. You guys were able to take care of that? Curian Ranger. In response, we're gonna, or potentially at the end of turn, do the card thing. Thrasios, play in. Okay. Reveals a land, steam vents. Very nice. Gumby, I just realized all your whales do not match. That's kind of freaking me out a little bit. Seedborn Muse. I hear it's good. Yeah, the 313 goes over my head. Oh, nonsensical. My kind of thing. I'm digging that. So how good is the Seedborn Muse? My gut is telling me, in concert with Thrasios, its value, like capital V for value. I wasn't just big branding, just arting. Yeah. People seem to be talking about that Muse. Or at least that's my guess by the delay on the stack. And it's probably just not a discussion about, like, weather. Probably regarding value or perceived value. And it's good. So... Nice. Okay, got us a coast, tap talisman, transmute artifact. That's right, 200 for that off of the spell seeker. I wish I were smart enough to know. I assume it's going to be the Mana Vault, right? Transmute says sacrifice to search for one artifact, pay the difference, correct? Is that what that says? So, going to get Basalt here. Two quarts of sauerkraut, two coconut cream chicken breasts with turmeric, and in an Instapot with a bowl of quinoa and 3 fried eggs all at the same time. Okay, Gumby, you're invited to dinner. Let's do this. Dinner at Gumby's. I'll bring the beer. Okay, I assume everybody's All the players are chit-chatting over the transmute artifact because that does represent a game-changing board state. Okay, got some action. 3 mana from River. Intuition. Ooh. So I definitely wish I was smart enough on that Crom list to know what the Intuition package would be. Anybody play Intuition and Crom Timna in the chat in Blue Farm? I have an idea of what I would do in Kess, but this isn't Kess. There's probably one option is a Savine's Wreck with LED and Underworld Breach. Okay, cool. Thanks, Dave. Appreciate it. That was my suspicion. I just was not sure. I was gonna say, to quote a buddy of mine, Timmy T1000, although it's a misquote, Blue Farm is the best deck. He probably see, steal what my opponent's fears are guessing. That's true. I mean, I guess, yeah, you don't know the pile until it's revealed. I would definitely say it depends on what's in the hand, as there's only a misstep in the yard. All, mind you, all while Transmute Artifact is looming over on Tsunami's edge of the table. Okay. Going to the reveal. Okay, there it is. Yeah. So that means LED in hand, yeah?
Okie dokie. Let's see what we have.
Were you still plugged in when you left?
I was still plugged in.
Okay, cool.
Sorry. I apologize. I was not plugged in. I was far away from being plugged in.
So Tsunami played a Transmute Artifact on his turn. In response to that, there was an Intuition. For the Intuition, there was a Savine's Wreck, Underworld Breach, and a Force of Negation being selected. Of course, now you can see Force of Negation used to transmute, counter transmute, and then Delay used to counter the Force of Negation. And now you're all caught up.
Interesting.
Not to mention all of the cards that are going to be drawn off the triggers to, having a Mystic Ristic out is pretty gas. Chance, I have got to copy all your emotes, man. That dog is awesome. Okay, so delay resolves. Forces. How do they do that, cockatrice, with the counters?
I believe you can just add it. I think it's a right click thing.
Okay. I mean, not that it super matters, but you know. So back down to the transmute artifact on the stack. Playham activates his Thrasios. He got lucky and got a steam vents trigger off the trigger the last time.
Mm-hmm.
Reveals a grand abolisher this time. How does it read? If it's a land, put it on the battlefield tapped. If it's not a land, put it into your hand.
You draw it. Correct. Yeah, you just draw the card. Yeah. So transmute artifact back on the stack.
Oh yeah, the first thing that happened when you were gone was the Seedborn Muse. That's right. So Playham has
the Seedborn Muse. Oh yeah. No.
So yeah, he's got the value Muse set up already. So
that's really good. I mean, I don't think it does anything because, like, he goes for Basalt here. Unless, does he have Mirage Mirror in hand? Oh, if he has Mirage Mirror in hand, he just has it.
Is there a reason to attack just to get the attack in?
Yeah, he's worried about the Adnons. Yeah, he's just literally just worried about the Adnons. It's super sketch.
No, I meant in regards you were saying having the mirror in hand. I mean, would there be a legitimacy to attacking before playing the mirror? Should they, you know?
I don't think he does.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think he does. If he did, he would have just won there. But I think he just is trying to set himself up for next turn. I think next turn is going to be a big one for him. Obviously, it's going to be a big one. He has Basalt Monolith. You know what would be really sick? There was a land that said pay 10 mana, 10 colorless mana, draw a card. Not a tap.
Pay 10, yeah.
Pay 10.
Just a static, like open-ended
mana dump.
Yep.
That would be. There's a reason why that doesn't exist, but that would be cool if it did.
Well, I mean, we got our first enchantment land spoiled.
That's true.
So
well, if River has means to.
8 cards. Representing Savine's Wreck and Underworld Breach in the yard.
Are they in there?
Yep. That was their intuition draw, or tutor. So Mystic, Underworld, Misstep, Intuition, Sabine's Wreck.
Oh, wow. What? Wow.
Let the Remora drop off. Either because
that's fine.
It's not needed anymore.
It is not. It is not needed. LED, yeah. He has it. Yeah. So what this looks like here is you can use the 5. Use the 5. Cast Savine's. If Savine's resolves, you get the breach.
Mm-hmm.
When breach resolves, if Savine's resolves, you get two of them, right? So the second copy, here it will just get fish, and then you can crack the LED to put everything into your hand into the graveyard, and then you just cast Intuition. Intuition grabs you the rest of your combo. He has to activate. I don't think he has active. I don't think he has any working. I don't think anyone else has any interaction. Does it reflipped?
I saw something flash. I didn't see exactly what it was. I missed it. It's flowering springtime here in the Red River Valley. So I was clearing my throat and I looked away and I missed it.
Yeah, I don't think that I don't think I saw anything. Let's see, Savine's on the stack. Okay, so results. So the second one gets fish, and then he cracks the LED for 3 blue, casts intuition. Intuition grabs brain freeze, silence, and something else. Brain freeze. Oh, actually, no. You just get the rest. You get. That's funny. You get brain freeze, Thassa's Oracle, and demonic consultation.
So you have all the pieces there, and you can just kind of go at will.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Boom. So brain freeze. Yeah. And what's crazy about it is that you'll still have. Oh wait. He has 9 mana or 9 cards. Oh yeah, no, he still has enough. Yeah. Yep. That intuition though. Intuition. Crack it for 3 blue. And he has Oracle. Oh my god, there's oracles in his graveyard already. Oh my gosh. What's the other card in his graveyard? Can you look at his graveyard real quick?
Yep. So.
Oh, sick. He has so much interaction. I'm so dumb. Okay.
So Sidisi's Faithful, which is an interesting card that I haven't really seen before this tournament. So he grabbed the Mindbreak Trap. Or at least that's what it appeared to be.
Yeah, he exiled Mindbreak Trap.
Oh, exiled. Okay.
Yeah, he has brain freeze. He's just gonna brain freeze himself. And then ton of stuff, ton of things. And yeah, this is it. This is GG. Like there's this. I sincerely doubt, and especially because did he exile Mindbreak Trap?
Yep, it's right here on top.
Interesting.
Faithful, Intuition, Mindbreak Trap, Savine's Wreck.
Yeah. Ironically enough, I might keep Mindbreak Trap in my graveyard. The idea of someone having a card like I don't think it matters. Flush doesn't really matter anymore.
Okay, we have a Chain of Vapor. Targeting the Breach.
That doesn't matter. That's fine. He has much messed up. Or he has mana floating. He just lets it resolve. That's cool. Yeah, it's funny because he can let it. He's gonna draw a card. He's gonna draw 2 cards off of this. 1 card, 2 cards off this. He lets it resolve. Put the Breach back into your hand. Let's see. Is that right? Is that the right play? No, he can just because he has 6 cards in graveyard, 2 cards in hand. He can't. I think he just lets it resolve. Yeah, I think you just let it resolve.
Because you have the 2 mana, like you said, you have the 2 mana and then LED in the yard. So
he drew. Did he draw Pact of Negation?
I'm not sure.
I know he's exiling. He's gonna Swan Song it.
Okay, so he did draw the Pact off of Steady or Remoro either way.
Yeah. No, he exiled 3 cards, so it was in his graveyard. He oh man, rough. But Brain Freeze is still on the stack. Force of Negation. Oh my gosh. No way. And he can pay for both because he has Basalt. What a beast. But it still doesn't matter. Now they're just wasting their interaction. Oh, because Force of Negation. Force of Negation targeting what? Targeting
Brain
Oh
freeze.
yeah, the Brain Freeze, right? Okay, good. Yeah.
Force exiles, right?
Yes, it was the initial one, yeah. Mm-hmm. Big oof. Big oof. Damn, River can't catch a break.
But also, these hands were full of interaction, yeah?
There's a lot of interaction in these hands. That's really surprising because I didn't think that Kinnan had as much interaction, but pretty hot. Okay, that resolves. Chain of Vapor resolves. Put Breach back into your hand. Okay.
What are we revealing? Oh, these are the
Cards that are going. He still might have it. Yeah, there's a Praetor's Grasp in there too. But no one's. Man. Let's see. He can't go for it anymore. No. Did Breach resolve? Breach is on the battlefield? No, we're resolving down. So Brain Freeze. No, Breach shouldn't be on the battlefield. Oh, because so Pact resolved, and so now he has a Pact trigger, and then the Force of Negation countered the Brain Freeze. So Brain Freeze is gone forever. Got it.
right. So the breach stays on the battlefield.
Yep.
Sans brain freeze.
Okay, so
Do you think they diamond grasp something here?
yeah, I think he goes for Diamond. I think he cracks it, puts the 2 cards into his graveyard, which is land. Cracks it for 3 black. Praetor's Grasps for. Oh, Playham has Brain Freeze in his deck.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then he has exactly 2 mana. That's insane. Yeah.
Where there is a will, there is a way.
Yeah. So he grabs a Brain Freeze. Brain Freezes Plam. Brain Freezes himself again. There's a lot of spells around that were just cast. So
the problem now though, he can't cast Brain Freeze. He can only do Brain Freeze late. Won't it go to Playham's graveyard?
Yeah, but that doesn't matter because it will put a ton of cards in his graveyard, and he can recast Praetor's Grasp to get Demonic Consultation, or to get like anything, to get Mystical Tutor, to get like I don't know, whatever he needs.
Because
like,
he does have Oracle too.
Yeah, so Oracle's already in the graveyard. Let's see, he has. Yeah, no, he'll be 100% be fine.
Just play smart. Don't double consult, right?
Don't double consult. Yeah.
Okay, we're at storm count 9, so that's 18 cards.
Okay, so he casts Brain Freeze. He Brain Freeze himself. Let's see. Honestly, if he just hits console here, he got it. Wheel of Misfortune. That's
Tainted Pact.
there it is. Yeah. GG. Tainted Pact ad nauseum. Sure. Yeah, he just has it. Yeah, he G. Oh, Jessica's Will gets him there. So many cards. Yeah. Okay. Everyone got it? Good to go? Hey, well played, River. Yeah. Okay. All right. There, one goes to River.
So that's River, that's Hisp, and that's Play-M.
Correct. One more game. 2 more games. All that needs to happen now is Kinnan needs to not whiff after getting Basalt Monolith onto the battlefield.
That's twice.
Like,
that's twice.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Here's the thing about Kinnan, right? Kinnan going for Basalt is a great play. Great play. However, Kinnan should have considered maybe going for not trying to do the line, because if you can't win with Basalt, right, what's the point of going for it and then just having colorless mana?
So it sounds like to me that there's a high degree of success in tutoring for the combo piece, not a high degree of inevitability once you land the combo piece.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, it's you have to have a win ready to go. You can't just like let Basalt be on the battlefield. Like that can't be a thing.
Yeah, it was good to Dave, it was good to see Seedborn Muse out on the table. I just took out the one swap I've made. It we were talking about Kinnan earlier. I took out Mana Vault and put in Seedborn. I don't know if that was the right sub. I just did it because I'm still playing with the deck.
Let's see. Get this. Awesome. Yeah. So when you're looking at like the decks, like I think that River, honestly, it's Adnaz deck. It's Adnaz deck. There's no way. Like Adnaz deck going twice in a row first is they're gonna win one of the games. Gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
The fish, the Ristic, like it's just too much. It's too hard to overcome. And even with everything be like if I don't know how often you play Turbo Nas or how often you play Timotron, but
River just played a one of those yellow cards that says YOLO.
YOLO.
Nice.
It's one of those things when you just. What's the record for so far? It's River has a win, Hisp has a win, and Play'em has a win.
Yeah, everybody but Tsunami.
Everyone but Tsunami.
The pressure is on.
The pressure is on for sure. It's one of those things where like you have a deck that literally it just feels good. Like every hand feels good. Like rarely do you feel bad. And the hands that are bad in other decks are good hands. You know what I mean? And so I don't know. I feel that the deck is it's so strong. It's the fastest deck in this pod. It's the most consistent. It always has play. Now seeing that Hisp is going first, if Hisp has a strong enough turn 1, Hisp could probably pull it off turn 2, without having to worry about too much. Tsunami's last chance to win a game. It's true. But I'm hoping that there it is. Yeah, Soul Ring into Lotus Petal.
That's big.
It's pretty decent. I'm hoping to see the Jeweled Lotus into a turn 1 Kadama. That'd be hot. Super hot. Let's see. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's pretty nuts.
So everybody kept a pretty conservative, like Tsunami was the only one that went down a card.
Mm-hmm.
So
the decks are just that good. They don't need a mulligan. They don't need a mulligan.
Mana Vault.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Tsunami. Let's go. Okay.
Okay, land Chromox. Oh, I don't think we've seen a land yet, right? No.
Yeah, just straight up Chrome Mox.
There's a land. Okay.
Play
What did
him.
he exile?
It was Llanowar Elves. Play him in the Discord. Changed his name to Ban Brain Freeze.
Ban Brain Freeze. Okay. All right. I actually want to talk about the play that Tsunami just did.
Okay.
So Tsunami played Chromox with the hopes of playing a turn 1 Kinnan, right?
Okay.
That is a common play that I see with Kinnan players. However, I don't think it's the right play because he exiled Llanowar Elf. I think it should have just been land, Llanowar Elf, pass, because I don't think he has something that he wants to exile with his Chromox, and he holds the Chromox in hand. I think against in like this pod composition, I believe that a Dockside is really, really strong here. So for right now, Dockside, if River casts Dockside, he gets 4 versus 3, which is significantly worse this early. And then he'll have an online Llanowar Elf turn 2, which if he has another land turns into 2 mana.
Dockside. Yeah, Dockside would be 5 because the Soul Ring and Mana Vault of Play M. Jesus.
Oh yeah, 5. Yeah, so like, see what I mean?
That's
like,
ridiculous. Yeah, that'd be extremely ridiculous.
Yeah, so this could be if he has Dockside. If he said YOLO, so I'm assuming that he has. I think he has a way to cast Ad Nauseam. So if it's Dockside, if this Demonic Tutor, yeah, okay, yeah, he right here. You go for he exiled Gamble. Oh my god. So yeah, I'm my guess is that he Demonic Tutor for Ad Nauseam, and then I'm assuming that his next turn you're going to see a Dockside into Ad Nauseam or Peer into the Abyss.
Oh, this is so exciting! I'm literally on the edge of my seat. This is great.
Yo, when they pitch Gamble, I naturally tense up. Indeed.
It's like, oh, you don't want this tutor, right?
Oh man, I think he tutored for the Mana Crypt. I don't know what he's getting. I'm confused. I'm low key confused. See, Mana Crypt lands. Then he gets. Let's see. He has 4 cards in hand. Why would he say YOLO? Because he had 1 land.
Hmm. I mean, it could have just been an expression of like, just like, fuck it, I'm gonna go for it, you know.
Someone has a force of will, and they're thinking about using it.
Okay.
Okay, Mana Crypt resolves. Okay, Talisman of Creativity. Yeah, he just has a ton of rocks.
So turn 2 setup.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's what that was quite a lot.
I think the pause there. I was watching the Discord, and I think Playham may have lost a connection or something like that because he dropped out of the
okay.
Discord chat. So I think that was the pause. It was just getting
Okay,
him
I was
back.
like, jeez, countering Mana Crypt, huh? Rough. Let's see.
Hisp with 6 cards. All the options. Ooh, image.
Mm-hmm.
This seems vaguely familiar.
It seems like something I've seen before.
Yes.
Okay, so Image comes out as a copy of Kinnan.
Mm-hmm.
You have a Kinnan, good sir. So with a copy of Kinnan, Lotus makes 2. Pass. Worldly Tutor. Mm-hmm. Grab Dockside. Told you Dockside's so strong right now. If
Yeah, this is upkeep. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if he has a meal in hand right now. If he grabs a meal in his Dockside, if he grabs Dockside, he might have a meal. And I'm down for either, because then this game becomes a turn 2 win for Evolution, and I'm down
There
for
it is. There's Dockside.
Yeah, for sure.
So
Dockside is. Oh my god, Dockside
1,
is
2,
gross
3,
right now.
4, 5, 6.
It's a lot of mana. That's a lot of mana.
It might just be enough, right?
It might just be just
It
enough,
might.
just quite enough.
True Spleen. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Dockside is just, I mean, a meta-defining card.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, can you even imagine? For a brief second, I entertained a world without Dockside, and it was a boring, uneventful world.
It was a boring, peaceful world that I wanted to add chaos to. Man, that is rough. If there's a world where he casts Thrasios and Seaborn this turn is, oh gosh, it's just
Value.
gross. Value for days. Okay,
Hey,
so he cracks.
there's Thras.
There's Thras, and where's the Seedborn? Where is the Seedborn? It might just be Thrasios Pass. That might be a thing. Thrasios, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
Emil,
nice.
Called it.
Yeah,
Called it. Yeah, guardianship for sure, Spleen. Yeah, 100%. 100% has guardianship or SWAT in hand. That's the only reason why you cast Thrasios right here.
nice.
Meal, tap 3, Flickered Oxide, have a treasure floating for. I'm surprised he didn't. I'm surprised he tapped. He used the treasures to cast a meal
Instead of the
rather than using Mana Vault.
Yep.
That's interesting. Okay.
So I just saw the treasure count go up to 7. So River's hand is thus. Thanks for.
Cool. Can't cast it though. Yep. Yeah. This is a GG. This is a GG. Thrasios is already online. Good stuff. Oh my gosh. Wow. He takes the second game. Oh my gosh. Good job, Playham. Good job.
So right now this is just the requisite like reveal.
Yeah. Look at he had Fierce and Cyclonic Rift. Just in case. Well played, dude. Playham, dude. Doing work.
Nice.
He takes his second win. Wow. I feel like the predictions were strong today. I feel like the predictions were real strong. Playham took the game and took game 1, yeah. So Spleen, we had River take a game, Hisp took a game, and then Playham took a game. And then this is Playham's second win.
So the young man from Northern Europe comes in, holds his own.
Yeah, this was game 4. Pulls his own. He did good. He did a good job, honestly. Playham did a great job of generating value as soon as he could. Everyone interacted when they needed to. And in this game, it was unfortunate. It was just really short. And I think the idea was getting, like, it's rare to see Evolution take a win turn 2, but that happens when everyone plays out their artifacts turn 1, and then Playham has Worldly Tutor. I mean, that's just what happens.
Yeah. Go grab value, play value, get it.
Yeah. The fact that he had Emil in hand, I don't think that was telegraphed, but I do think that was like it seems fair. It seems like that's what would happen. I go by what I thought before, is that like playing Kin in turn 1 I think was a mistake. Because that Dockside is just getting stronger and stronger with every passing turn. But I think that once it was established that the first person to play Dockside wins, that's the game plan that I'm on, like 100%. Yeah.
So good. So good. Hey! Play him. Yeah, nice.
Good job, Plam.
Yes.
Good job, my dude.
Yes, very impressive.
Yeah. I think you need to play turn 1 Kin in there.
Oh, so Tsunami is actually asking you about because that's the thing, we don't know what Tsunami had in hand, so it's really difficult to know what the options were. Maybe the Kinnan was a setup play into something. Maybe he was telegraphing something in his hand. It's just it's hard to know.
I still don't think it's the right play because, okay, so you're saying like, okay, so he's assuming that he's not going to get to turn 3. So whatever you do turn 2, right? But the thing is that we have here is that if you have a turn 1, if you play a turn 1 Elf into turn 2 Kennen versus playing turn 1 Chrome Mox into Kennen with no mana open, all you're doing is you're putting Kennen out there to get Phantasmal Image, to get Gilded Draked, right? And then your turn 2 becomes significantly weaker. Or you play the turn 1 land Dork pass, and then there's no fear of adding more rocks to Dockside, no fear of losing your commander, and then the best Phantasmal Image target no longer becomes whatever you have on the battlefield. Like I feel like casting turn 2 is way better than a turn 1 cannon.
Anyway, it is what it is.
For sure.
Yeah.
Still got it.
That's the thing. Like Tsunami, it's tough to know. From our perspective over here, we're just kind of spitballing and what have you. It's really tough to know exactly what the ground truth is. I trust that they know the thing that they're trying to do. So.
Oh, for sure, definitely, yeah. And this is all a preference, right?
Yeah.
Like that's
exactly. It's all hyperbole on our part. We're just trying to explain the best we can based on those preferences of what we would do in those circumstances. I am no master at this whatsoever. So kudos to everybody. These were great games. Well played. That's kind of a lead into congratulating Play'em again.
Yeah, 100%.
Awesome games. Higher, man. Thanks for. I thought I was going to be here by myself, and I am eternally grateful for you showing up. So
no worries,
because that's the thing. Like we just kind of found out about Friday like 2 days ago. So trying to get everybody, trying to get everybody together and what have you. So legit. So once again, my name is Clay. This is Higher. We'll see you. Well, I'll see you tomorrow. So. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Got anything? You get the last words, my friend.
Oh, man. Thanks for having me. Everybody in chat, excellent conversations. Wade, like so many lines, so many things. Like I'm super stoked to have been here today. And if you have, spicy brews, shoot me a message on Discord. Higher on all social medias. And I play a game tomorrow on the MLC.
Nice.
Yep, going to be playing against Fukins. Oh man, I play against LJ. Oh, Edric is coming, man. But really excited. So if you haven't checked out the MLC Major League Commander, please check them out. The Callahan on Twitter with the Mind Sculptors have all of the information that you need.
Absolutely. And what I'll do is because we have a guy playing in that tomorrow night too. I'll mention all the premiere dates, times, because all of you guys are playing at staggered times tomorrow, which should be after our broadcast here. So I'll make sure to point everybody in your guys' direction. I'll be cheering for Nick in that pod. I don't know if you're playing against Nick or not.
I'm not playing against Nick.
Okay, so I'll cheer for you too.
Awesome. Thanks.
Righteous. All right. Thank you much, everybody. We'll catch you on the flip side and enjoy the rest of your day.
Bye, guys.